also have my pin. I got this from work. The hospital was giving out the little rainbow pin for the month of June to people coming in, to visitors as well as staff. Anybody that wanted one. So that's nice. Okay. So I thought I would just read some facts. That's kind of the plan. And I do have the fancy Etsy cover that I like when I scratch it here. You can kind of hear how it sounds. I might put it on the mic. We'll see. It doesn't fit probably on the other mic, so this one it should fit. Yay. It's my second night off. I am back filming in the bedroom, so I don't know what you're going to see behind me. The cats. My body opponent bag. Sorry if you end up seeing Bob. I think I'm blocking Bob, so that's good. Okay. Pride Month is June. Pride Month is celebrated every June to honor the LGBTQ. Sorry, the computer decided it was going to freeze up. Community. The LGBTQ community. And commemorate the fight for equal rights. Okay. It began as a way to remember the Stonewall riots of June 1969, which was a pivotal moment in LGBTQ history. The Stonewall uprising occurred, as we said, in 1969. It took place at the Stonewall Inn in New York City. It was sparked after a police raid on the gay bar, leading to days of protests, widely regarded as the catalyst, widely regarded as the catalyst for the modern LGBTQ rights movement. Okay, let me just go down a little bit. Sorry, this computer. I don't want to make all this sound. Alright, I'm trying to be a little bit more gentle with it. Here we go. The first Pride March was held on June 28, 1970, to mark the first anniversary of the Stonewall riots. It took place in New York, in Los Angeles, and in Chicago. U.S. Pride Month, or the Pride Month in the United States, was officially recognized That's something new. I didn't know that either. Okay. Let me see if I can bring up some more things. Sorry, you're gonna get some typing sounds. I felt, drawn to make a video for June. I thought about, I thought about participating somehow last June, but obviously I wasn't making ASMR videos then. I started my channel on Thanksgiving in 2024. So this year I wanted to, just make some attempt to, participate in bringing awareness and inclusivity, and just everybody's included here, and it's a safe place. Obviously my channel always is, but our channel. But I wanted to, just show some support, and I wear the earrings for that reason. I love these, and I do wear them because I wanted to, to be clear that I am, in support of everyone, and definitely of people's rights when it comes to who they love. And I think it's very important to make it clear what you support when it comes to, the rights of people to love and just regular old human rights. Silence can be deafening, as they say, right? Okay, so here we go. What happens during, did I already read this? This talks about pride celebrations being a mix of festive, political, and cultural events that uplift the LGBTQ voice. That's my cat, sorry. He always has to find a way to join in. And usually, once I put enough time in that I do not want to start over. Cultural events that uplift LGBTQ voices and honor the ongoing fight for equality. There are pride marches and parades. I know that the parade looks like there's a lot of fun involved in that. And I think it's nice that people can come together and celebrate and also find support. Rallies. Let's see. Rallies can sometimes be for specific issues that target the community, such as trans rights or healthcare access. Drag shows, a cornerstone of LGBTQ culture, with performers showcasing art, satire, and identity. Okay. Let me go back up. Sorry. Alright. There is some specific things for some of the cities that were mentioned before. There are pride festivals that include... Stop. Sorry, these cats, it's like they know what I'm doing, and they're purposefully loud. Pride festivals include food, music, vendors, art, and community booths. Memorials, events honoring LGBTQ individuals lost to hate crimes, HIV, AIDS, or discrimination. That's exactly what I'm reading it word for word off of ChatGPT. Educational panels and workshops covering history, rights, mental health, and allyship. Notable pride celebrations around the world. New York City, home of the original Stonewall Uprising, host of one of the largest pride marches in the United States, is in New York. Events include the Pride March, the Youth Pride, and the Pride Fest. I'm gonna go down some. Hopefully these cats can stop whatever they're doing, because they already got treats. I posted a video earlier of some cat ASMR, and they already got treats, so there's no reason for it, for the interruption. Okay. Notable pride celebrations around the world. We talked about New York City, Sao Paulo, Brazil, on inclusion, intersectionality, and political awareness. Taipei Pride, largest in Asia, celebrates Taiwan becoming the first Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. Taiwan is the first Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. I learned something new there as well. I did not know that. Okay. There's some rural or small town pride parades, more intimate but increasingly visible. Excuse me. As I drank some soda before I started because I was coughing. Important for visibility in less urban areas. Virtual pride. It grew in popularity during COVID-19. Remains a global access point for LGBTQ people in countries where pride is banned or dangerous. So they have a chance to have virtual pride. I guess that's what that's saying. Why pride still matters. Excuse me. I think I need my glasses to do this. Okay. What's happening? I need new glasses. These are really cute, I think, but I can barely see. I need new glasses that I can see better in. Okay. Why pride still matters in over 60 countries. Being LGBTQ is criminalized. Pride gives visibility, community, and a platform to demand rights. It celebrates resilience, joy, and liberation. It celebrates joy, liberation, and resilience. I'm gonna take them off actually because it's like the nearsighted. I'm getting a little bit like both near and farsighted, I think. Alright, I'm gonna type something else for a second, a little bit more typing sounds here. Alright, let's see. I'm hoping these cats stop. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. I worked between last week and this week. I worked 4 12-hour shifts back to back, Thursday through Sunday night, and then I was off Monday night, and I'm off tonight, and I go back Wednesday, and I don't want to because as much as I like my job, I'm tired. I need a break. I'm making 2 videos today, watching my shows. I did exercise, which actually has made me quite sore. I was thinking about just, getting a little bit more of a break. Okay, I did that because my computer was it's much faster since it was fixed, but it was taking forever to load. Okay, pardon the interruption. Alright, so I have some inspirational pride quotes to celebrate love, identity, and resilience. Empowering and uplifting is the category. Openness may not completely disarm prejudice, but it's a good place to start. when you put love out in the world, it travels and it can touch people in ways that we are never even expected, in ways that we never even expected. Laverne Cox. Okay. Yeah, so let me see what else is here to share. Okay. There's a Course in Miracles, non-duality. If you're curious about what my beliefs are, I'm always willing to share them. Never in a forceful way. Don't need anybody to agree with me. I just bring it up because I think this is where some of the support falls and some of the judgment gets harsher, because if you believe, right, that somebody is doing something that's punishable or wrong, or it's easier to judge because you grab those beliefs and you shove them at people. And I think what people should ask themselves is, how can I be of help? How can I be a loving presence? And leave the judgment. If you find yourself judging, then just let it be in your own head and pray on it if you pray. Because I think Jesus was love, and I think that's what he came to demonstrate, regardless of being religious or not. And I really think that, like, if you're using your beliefs, your religion, to hurt someone or to judge someone, then it's all ego. It's not that close relationship with the divine or God. It's all you. It's all ego, in my opinion. Which, it's my video, so I can give you my opinion. Anyway, I just wanted to put that little caveat out there, because I did search up some affirming spiritual quotes for Pride Month. And please keep your negative comments to yourself, because I will delete them. Anything that is not in support of the LGBTQ community, I will delete them. So, just FYI, you're entitled to your opinion. As we all are, as we know. Okay, let me go back to some of these. Let's see if there's any that I haven't heard. I like that some of them are from the Christian Bible. I didn't search for that. I just searched spiritual quotes, like for Pride Month. God is love, and those who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. 1 John 4:16 of the Christian Bible. You are a divine spark, created exactly as you are, with love and a purpose. And that's from Reverend Angel Kyoto Williams, a Zen priest and activist. And just one quick little caveat: if you don't believe in anything spiritual, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm here to tell you that you can come to my channel and watch my videos and give me recommendations, and you'll always be safe here, and there isn't going to be that kind of judgment. This isn't me trying to put pressure on anybody to believe anything. I'm just kind of sharing what ChatGPT has said as a spiritual affirming quote from different beliefs, different books. And I know they're really on the scene. Anyway, to this video, I had to get it done. I had a time constraint earlier, and the microphone, this beautiful microphone, came today. So now I have the pink one, and I have the Yeti. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's easy these days. I'm distracted easily. I'm not pressuring anybody to be spiritual. I'm just sharing spiritual support, and I can share my own beliefs anytime. But this is just kind of some from all over. Okay, we are all different. We are all one. The same light shines through us in many colors. Amit Ray, spiritual teacher, Hindu Buddhist traditions. Beautiful. I believe in a God who loves me as I am, not as someone else thinks I should be. Let me do the fabric. I've wanted, sorry, the bra that I'm wearing is like a shirt. I swear, it just constantly is showing through, but I wanted to do the fabric scratching. I think I lost a nail. I lost my pinky nail. I lost the pinky nail. It's okay. That sounds like the fabric scratching to me. Okay, sorry about that. I liked that last one. That comes from hold on, let me go back up so I can actually tell you where it came from. leaders and spiritual thinkers. Coming out is a deeply spiritual act. It's the moment you choose truth over fear. Reverend Elizabeth Edmond, who is an Episcopal priest, and she defines herself as queer. I don't know what that's like, but it absolutely felt like a powerful thing to say. Okay. Being queer and spiritual are not contradictions. They are both sacred. Iman Dayi Abdullah, one of the first openly gay imams in the US. I think I may have mispronounced that name, so I apologize to her for that. But I did my best. My queerness is a gift from God, not a test. Bishop Yvette Lunder, pastor and founder of the Fellowship of Affirming Ministries. Our identities are not mistakes. They are expressions. I have to go back up because the computer wants to fight me today. Okay. Our identities are not mistakes. They are expressions of the Creator's infinite diversity. Rabbi Sandra Lawson, African-American queer rabbi. I like that she said it like that because I don't think that our identities are mistakes either. Everyone is expressing differently. And how someone chooses to live their life when they're not hurting others, to me, shouldn't be anyone else's business, you know? It's really simplistic. When it really comes down to it, it's like, let's just try to be loving toward others. Or what's that famous quote about, you never know what someone else's battle is? My aunt used to tell us when we were kids, she would say she had a near-death experience as a kid, and she had a lot of spiritual insight. And she was in this really bad car crash when she was young. And she said that she was told, like she would tell us this back when she was probably, in her early to mid-30s. The accident happened when she was a teen. She would tell us that they told her that the divine presence, if you will, told her that she would come back, like she would transition out of her body at age 47. And, we didn't care. We were just kids. We were like teenagers. We're just like, okay, whatever, sure. And plus 47 then sounded really far away. For us, we're thinking, oh, that's old. But she did pass away at age 47. She gave a little bit more credibility to her experience. Anyway, that was just a side note. The reason I bring her up is because she used to say, if you threw all your problems into a pile and everyone else did, if you had to take somebody else's, you would actually just say no and just grab your own back. And I don't know if that's because that's your journey, that's your, growth experience, whatever the purpose is, or if it's just because it's familiar. It's probably a combination, but we don't always know what's going on in people's heads. Some people paint this picture like everything's okay on the outside, but they're not happy because they're miserable. They're not happy because they're judging or they're being mean. Because when you're a happy man, you're just happy. You're just like, oh yeah. And I'm not always like that, but I will say I have found so much more peace in myself now that I'm older. I do want some dogs, and I do want, a permanent house in the future, but it's nice living here. It's cozy. It's easy in the sense that they fix stuff. I went off on a tangent, but my point is, regardless of wanting more things or different things in your life, or maybe one day you want to retire to California or to Australia or wherever. I just picked those randomly. Iceland, whatever. It doesn't matter because you live today for today. And if you're content with yourself, that spills over into, how you treat other people. It just shows, you know what I mean? So, I just thought I'd put that out there. What she had said about problems, the point of that was, let's just be cautious in our judging. Because you can be judged just as easily. Sometimes, if not easier. And it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make you feel bad when you do it. Because it does to me. Because, I've judged. I'm certainly not saying I haven't. But not in this way. Not in, human rights kind of a way. I don't know. I have a different perspective on a lot of this stuff. Just trying to do fabric. The fabric got ruined here. Let me pull this up. Well, I tried to do the It's because of the nails that I didn't bring the bracelets out, but let me see if I can mute it. This is my first day with this microphone, so I'm a little afraid to mute it. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Maybe it's this one. Let me not miss it. I'm gonna try to do this really gently. Let me fix the camera. Okay, just because I'm gonna have to I think I might have to stabilize it. I appreciate you guys being here. See, it sounds different with this on it. But this was handmade. This my cover was handmade off of Etsy. I did lose my pinky nail. These particular nails, these ones that have the rainbow and the hearts, as well as the one with the fruit on it, they don't like the glue. They do not like the glue at all. I am thinking about just getting my nails done this month with a hearts and one of them with the rainbow. I think that'd be cool. I don't get to use this mic cover very often because of how heavy it is. It's so heavy that you can't really leave it to itself. I'm gonna mess with it when the sound is not on. Careful, let me come up. Okay. I think I'll mess with that when I'm not already, already in the, I pulled this back so it would stay. I wanted